Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be finding the perfect tea dunking biscuit because it is National Biscuit Week Day. Really should have double checked that, but I believe it's National Biscuit Day. So I thought to celebrate that, why not try and find the best dunking biscuit there is. So I don't have a full and extensive range of different biscuits, unfortunately, so it's going to be a small range. I know that there is plenty more other biscuits that you could try. I've managed to get a few bits. I already had some biscuits in the cupboard, so we're going to do that. I have my tea ready. Don't know if you can see it. Still pretty hot, so we'll see how that goes. And I do apologise if you can hear in the background, my laptop is going crazy. Sounds like it's about to lift off, but I'm just trying to upload another video. So to start with, I'm going to try the classic. It's a rich tea. So you can see I did already open this one. So this one was one that we already had in the cupboard. This I think is a great tea dunker, but I'm not sure if it's the best one. So obviously that's what we're doing today. We're going to try and find out. So standard rich tea biscuit from McVitie's. Let's give it a dunk. I'm going to try and get my tea. Hopefully I don't spill it. So here's my tea and then we'll dunk it. Now I know with a rich tea you can't dunk it for too long because it will just fall into the tea and no one wants that. I do love a rich tea, dunked in tea, but it does go soft far too quickly. I mean, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'd left that in any longer, it would have definitely fallen in. But I do love the taste of a rich tea. I do enjoy a rich tea, but I will say it does go soft very quickly. So for that, I actually think for the rich tea, we're gonna have to got some stuck in my throat. For the rich tea, we're gonna have to put that a little bit further down purely because it does get so soft so quickly. And I'm gonna give that, I think we're gonna have to give that a 6 for tea dunking abilities. But I do love a rich tea still. I think they taste great. Let's move on to something else that I already had in the house, and something that is still in the McVitie's family. In fact, I think most of these are. It's a digestive. This particular one is a dark chocolate digestive, so the rating will kind of apply to a chocolate covered digestive rather than a plain digestive. The digestive top, and then it's got the chocolate on the bottom. Now I do like a plain digestive as well as a chocolate covered one. It's just at the time I fancied the chocolate one, which is why we've got this. So I'm going to try, I don't think I've tried dunking a chocolate covered one in tea before actually. Here we go. I imagine it might be quite nice because the chocolate will have melted. So that's slightly better than the rich tea in holding it. In holding like the crunch a bit more. For dunking, that was slightly better, and the chocolate I think does add a bit of extraness to it. It does melt a little bit, so that's quite nice. I'm actually just going to have to take a sip of this tea. I think I will put that slightly higher than a rich tea for tea dunking purposes. Only I think slightly, and we'll go for a 6.5 just because I do think that there's going to be some much better ones coming up. I'm going to try this. So I've actually got a selection of biscuits. I thought it'd make it much easier to do this video. So in this selection we have got a jam sandwich cream chocolate chip cookie, a rich Highland shorty, a crunchy oat, a shortcake, a custard cream, Bourbon cream, a Nice biscuit, a milk chocolate digestive again, and a milk chocolate finger. I think I'll try most of these, but not all of them. So for example, the milk chocolate digestive, I've already had one, so I'm not going to try that out of this pack. But otherwise, actually, I might not have the chocolate finger either, just because it will be similar. But otherwise, I'm going to try and dunk all of these, although traditionally you might not necessarily dunk every single biscuit from here, but I'm going to try them all anyway. I might find some surprising ones. Here's the pack. I'm not sure there's really like a easy logical way to work my way through this. Let's just start with where I started when I read them all out, and that's the jam sandwich cream. So it's this one. Now usually I find these okay, but they're not my first pick out of one of these packs. I'm not going to lift my tea up. I'm just going to dunk it. Dunked it. You should be able to see that. For me, I'm not sure that's a tea dunking biscuit. I don't think I would dunk that myself, but the biscuit does go soft again quite quickly. Not as quickly as the rich tea, but quite quickly. But for me, I just don't think the jam filling bit added to it at all. But for tea dunking, we're gonna stick with a 6.5 for that one, I think. I wouldn't choose to dunk that one again in tea. Next thing is a chocolate chip cookie. Now I think usually for a chocolate chip cookie, I'd probably actually rather dunk it in like a latte or something. Some milky coffee I would dunk a cookie in, I think. But we'll try it in tea anyway. You should be able to see I've dunked that side in. So the edge got really, really soft. Barely dunked it in for that long. Don't think I'd dunk this in a tea normally either. The edge just goes far too soft far too quickly. Yeah, I think I'd stick to dunking that in like some frothy milk or a latte or cappuccino, something like that. Not in a tea, I don't think. I think I might put that down to a 6 alongside the rich tea biscuit, because the edge does get soft so quickly. I thought this was going to be quite a successful video, but so far it's not looking that good. Let's try the next one then. So that's the Rich Highland Shorty. Sorry, I'm looking down because I've left the packaging down there now. So here it is. I believe it's just shortcake, but in a round shape. So gave it a little dunk. That's better. I like this one for dunking. Definitely holds the crunch a little bit more than the other ones, so you could almost dip it for a bit longer and not be worried that it's just going to fall into your tea. It's got that nice buttery flavour to it. I like that one. I think we're going to go up the scale with this and give it a 7. I don't know what I'm doing with my hand today. I've literally just noticed that I keep doing some weird stuff with my hand. We are going to move straight on to the crunchy oat, which I feel like is basically a hobnob, a plain hobnob pretty much, because they're oats, aren't they? Although it doesn't look as so much like one, but I assume it's basically that. Dipped part of that in. So that one did get soft, not as quickly, but it did get quite soft. So you wouldn't be able to dunk it for that long of a time, but I think I will give that I'm going to give that a 7 and then go back to the round shortbread and give that a 7.5. I do think the shortbread's slightly better than that one. So we'll give that a 7 for dunking. And then we're going into this one, which I think is going to be the same as the round one actually, but this is called a shortcake. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be the same as the round one. So I've dunked part of that in. Pretty much the same, as I said. Although I feel like this one did get a little bit softer. Doesn't seem as buttery, so it must be a bit different. It did get a bit softer. So I think we're going to put that one, I think we'll give that one a 6.5. Definitely not my favourite one to dunk. Let's move away from that selection box just quickly, just to try something else. I'm going to try this one. Say Golden Crunch Cream, just so that we're moving away from McVitie's for a bit, and we'll have a Fox's. I don't think I've ever dunked one of these. Certainly eaten enough of them in my time, but I don't think I've ever dunked one. So that's what it looks like. It's a little sandwich. Now this biscuit you would expect to be able to dunk for quite some time before it gets soft, but we'll find out. So I've dunked part of it in. You can't really tell, but I have dunked half of it in. I was wrong about it not getting soft. That was so soft. That gets soft ridiculously fast. What is nice though, that cream in the middle. Not a dunking biscuit though. Not for me anyway. That got soft so quickly. Cream in the middle was quite nice and it was kind of starting to melt. So that was nice, but I wouldn't dunk that. I'm putting that one at a 5, I think, for dunking. Taste is great, but for dunking, which is what we're doing today, we are trying to rate them for dunking. No, I'm giving that a 5. Stay away from McVitie's one more time because everything else is McVitie's after that. And we'll try a Lotus Biscoff. Now I know you always get them with coffees more so than teas when you go out to get a coffee or something. I don't think I've ever actually been presented one with a tea, so this be interesting. There it is, the Lotus Biscuit. I know I like them with coffee normally, but I have never been presented one with a tea, so I've never tried one with a tea before. There we go, dunked part of it in. It's definitely a coffee dunker. I don't think I'd recommend that with a tea. It went soft pretty quickly, but also the taste just didn't really go with the tea itself, so I think we're gonna take that down to a 5 as well. I've not got many left, so let's try this. So I know in the pack I did try a crunchy oat, which I think must have been basically a hobnob, but I also have a chocolate covered hobnob. I bought it, so I might as well try it now. There it is, and that's the chocolate covered one. I guess it does look a little bit different, so maybe it's not quite the same, because I'm sure I remember a hobnob to be quite good for dunking, but that crunchy oat one wasn't that good. Let's try this hobnob anyway. I actually think that it didn't quite go as soft as quickly as the crunchy oat, but I don't know if that's maybe something to do with the chocolate as well, because the chocolate digestive was kind of similar. I don't remember where I put the chocolate digestive now, but I think I'd put that a little bit over it. Let's say a 7.5. I don't actually know how much I gave the chocolate digestive now, so it might have been the same mark, but I'd say it's slightly better actually. It does hold its shape a bit more. So far I would say that that's probably the best one in my opinion for the dunking, but I do have 3 more to try in this selection box. We've got a custard cream, standard custard cream. Give that a little dunk. The biscuit goes quite soft. I think I have dunked custard creams in the past in tea. It's certainly not my favourite to dunk. I think I will put that at a 6.5 for dunking, because it does kind of go quite soft, but then the cream in the middle is a nice taste, but I don't really like how soft it goes. We'll stick with that and we'll move on to the next one. The next one being a Bourbon biscuit. It's the chocolate biscuit. Just give that a little dunk. I like this one. This one's good. So it does go soft, but then the cream in the middle doesn't go as soft, it seems. It doesn't melt as much. The biscuit does go soft, but not as quickly, and I don't know, when it's soft the texture's just kind of different to everything else I've had so far. So actually I really like that one for dunking. I might even put that on top of the chocolate hobnob for dunking, in my opinion. That's quite a surprise. Let's give that an 8 for dunking. For me personally, I think that one's good. The very last one we're trying now is this nice biscuit, whatever you want to call it. I believe it's technically meant to be a nice biscuit. I remember them though, when I used to have them a lot more, they were definitely covered in a lot more sugar. Has that changed, or was that me? Again, it goes pretty soft. I'm not even sure it tastes how I remember them to taste. How strange. I think I'm putting that one kind of low down again. So I think I'd give that one, dunking wise, it's probably slightly better than the rich tea. So let's give it a 6.5. That is it. That was my last biscuit try. I tried to only rate it on the dunking and how I would want a biscuit to be dunked. So, or kind of how I would like it to taste and the texture of it once it's been dunked. So obviously this is just my opinion, but for me the winner was actually a surprise, but was the Bourbon biscuit for dunking, closely followed behind by the chocolate covered hobnob. Again, quite a surprise, and I definitely would not dunk a Lotus Biscoff biscuit in tea ever again. So yeah, that is it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below what your favourite tea dunking biscuit is, and if I haven't tried it, maybe I'll give it a go as well. And please give this video a like and also subscribe to my channel for more, and please have some biscuits on National Biscuit Day with your tea, but a good one. And I'll see you again next time.